All right, what's up, familia? Welcome inside the pad. Hope you guys doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your load secure. What did I do with my man? I thought I just had it. All right, maybe not. It's one of those times where it's like you think you had something with you, and whoops, guess you didn't. What's up, Manuel? Los Angeles Dodgers women. Saludos. Hey, what's going on, Abraham? Yeah, man. The Spencer to just drop in like this. Because I said I was gonna go live and talk about this, right? I actually wanted to plan it a little bit better, Holmes, but didn't get a chance to. And as I look at my schedule, I'm not really gonna be able to have a chance to do a live, maybe just drop some videos, but I'm not really gonna have a chance to do a live, man. So that's why I just decided to say like, oh damn, you know what? I got some time, so let me go ahead and drop in and do a live. So all right. Um as you guys saw, if you guys watched my video earlier today, yes, I was at the parade. No, I was not one of those jackasses out there tagging or falling off of a building. I hope that person's all right. I don't know if you guys saw the news. That person fell. They are in critical condition. They were tagging. They were tagging, and he lost his footing. He was drinking. He was drunk. He lost his footing. He fell, and he might die. And I believe he had his kid there with him. Damn, man. What's up, Derek? How you doing, homie? Over there in the Twin Cities. Abuelas Tamales. ¿Qué huele? Saludos, Ellie. That's the ATL. Is that right? Okay. All right, man. Shout outs to the South, to the dirty South. That's where I used to truck it to years ago. I used to go back and forth, man. So I would travel all along the southern United States. So anyway, so I was at the parade, but it was fun, man. I went there with my sons. We had a blast. We had a great time. When we saw the trophy being hoisted up, we just went crazy. It was it was so much fun, Holmes. It was freedom as heck, dog. Loved it, man. All right, here's the flag that I was taking out there, and bam. All right, so going back to Game 5, right where it ended. Okay, um, I thought the Yankees had it, and they did. If you guys really watch that series, Holmes, the Yankees actually had game one in the bag, right? But then, for whatever reason, Boone puts in Nestor Cortez. For what reason, I don't know. Now, Nestor Cortez is not a bad pitcher. He doesn't suck. He's not a bad pitcher, but he's not a great pitcher either. And that dude had not pitched in like 5 weeks, right? Up comes Freddie Freeman, knocks out the park, makes history. What's up, Brian S? Texas. Pass the trophy off to you. Oh man. Yeah, man. Last year, huh? Um, so or wait, who did win the fall classic last year? It was between the Rangers and D-backs. Well, anyway, look. Cortada Cafe, what's going on, man? Okay, what was the best moment of the parade when you got to see the trophy? I was not at Dodger Stadium. Okay, you basically had to weigh it out. Either you go to the parade or you go to Dodger Stadium. However, Dodger Stadium, to the best of my knowledge, you had to be a season ticket holder. That's who got first dibs. And then after that, they went ahead and opened it up to everybody else. However, however, those suckers went out quick, and not they weren't filling up the entire stadium. Not the entire ballpark. Top deck was completely empty. If you guys saw that on TV, I was not at Dodger Stadium. Want to make that clear? I was not at Dodger Stadium. I was out on the streets, homie. I was out in the calles, dog, with my peoples, homes. You know what I mean? That's right, Brian S. That's right. I do remember it was Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Yes, yes, yes. Liz, what is going on, Liz? So check this out, man. Game five. I said I was gonna come on live. I did a little quick live, and I said I thought the Yankees were gonna take game five. That would have made them winning two games in a row. That's what I thought, and I told everybody, look, if you gamble, put your money on the Dodgers because they were a huge underdog going into game five after a bullpen game. I think I heard on the radio. I don't know this to be true. I didn't check it out, but they were like a 120 underdog or something like that. I'm like, damn. If I were betting, man, homie, I'd put Fetty on the Dodgers, right? But even I believed that the Yankees were going to win. Why? Because if you looked at game one, it was the same matchup. Now the lineup for the Yankees was a little bit different, right? But it was pretty much the same matchup. Okay, and the only reason why the Dodgers ended up winning that game was because of the bad calls that Aaron Boone was making, which he may still stay as a Yankee because of Cashman, and Cashman is, that's his boy, whatever. Do you see a possible dynasty unfolding? I'll get to that, Cortura. I'll get to that. So, um, the Yankees had game five in the bag, homie. The Yankees, let me go ahead and tell everybody this, okay? New York, the Yankees, it may sound like I'm hating, but I'm not. I'm not, okay? I'm just speaking truth here, all right? The Yankees, New York, dropped the ball big time on this World Series. Where's Chewy at, Holmes? He could say it better right here. Big time. Yeah, yeah, big time. You are the Yankees organization. You are New York, man. Like they dropped the ball big time. They had a chance to make history. I think yeah, it was only like three teams in World Series history that has gone down 3-0 or 0-3 since it's the Yankees and then come back to win game 4. No team in history, no team in history has ever gone down 0-3 Fall Classic to force a game 7. I'm sorry, a game 6, a game 6. No team ever, ever in history, there has never been a team to lose the first 3 games and force a game 6. There's only been like 3 or 4 teams that's ever forced a game 5, but there was never a team that forced a game 6. The Yankees were that close to making history. Whether they won the World Series or not, they were that close to making history and being the first team ever to go down 0-3 and force a game 6. Instead, you know what happened? This is what I'm saying. The Yankees, New York, like they I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. You are New York. You are the Yankees. I see you, Christopher. I'll answer that right now. You are the Yankees, man. You are New York. This was like your time to show everybody, why you are New York, why you are the Yankees, why you are, why you consider yourself to be the top dog and everything like that. This was your time to shine. Man, you guys flop. So instead, Instead of making history and forcing a game 6, which no team in history ever has, you allowed the Dodgers to make history in game 5. What is that history? Is that no team in the Fall Classic has ever been down 5-0 to come back and win a game. Ever. No team has had such a deficit to be down 5-0 anytime in the game. It doesn't matter if it's in the first inning or the ninth inning. No team in history has ever been down by 5 runs to come back and win the game in a World Series. So New York, instead of you making history, which you were that close to forcing a game 6, you allowed the Dodgers to make more history. It's incredible. I got this smirk on my face, homie, because I'm a Dodger fan. But I'm just like, I'm like, it's incredible, dog. How bad New York and the Yankees flopped. I'll get to your guys' comments in a second, but it was just incredible. Not to mention, not to mention this. I'll get to your questions in just a second, man. I'll scroll back up and get to your questions, but not to mention this, okay? But I'm gonna mention it. That douchebag Austin Capipano, whatever his name is, the dude that started wrestling with Mookie Betts in what was it, game 4. The dude that started wrestling, the fan that got the where Mookie Betts got the foul ball, and the dude started wrestling with his punk ass homie dog on Mookie Betts. There was all this talk that the Yankees are gonna ban that dude, from Yankee Stadium. There was even talk that the MLB may ban this guy from all ballparks. I don't know how you do that, but you guys want to know what the punishment is? After all that talk, Yankees, I mean, dog, what the heck is going on with you Vatos, man? After all that talk, those were season ticket holders, both of those dudes, okay? After all that talk, here's the punishment. They got kicked out of the game, as we all saw. But guess what? The Yankees refunded them the money for that game. They refunded them their money. And the only punishment was that they could not attend game 5. That is it. That is it. So you kick them out of the game, but say, hey, here's your feria back. And oh, you guys can't come back tomorrow, where the tickets are like, $2,000. That's it. These fools are basically over there assaulting a ball player, and that's all you do? Like, Yankees, you guys dropped the ball, man. You guys dropped the ball with game 1, with freaking with Fat Joe coming out and doing what he did, with game 5, with the punishment that you guys put out. And I'd be saying hey, Holmes, believe me when I tell you guys, I would be saying the same damn thing if we were a Dodger fan doing it to a Yankee fan. Get that fool out of here. Look, heckle the heck out of the players. Hell yeah. Shoot, you're there. Heckle the hell out of them, dog. Make them cry, hurt their feelings. Try to catch the ball. Cool. You could some way, somehow put your hand out there and try to disrupt the play. Okay, I'm not saying over here be super Mr. Innocent, but if you don't want them to catch the ball, you could. There's something else that you can do. You can just kind of stick your hand a little bit right there, try to, you know, it hit his glove just a little bit, just for a split second. There's things that you can do. What you do not do is you do not grab the player's glove, homie, and you do not start prying, twisting his wrist and trying to pry the glove open to get the ball out with your punk ass homie over there trying to help you, grabbing his other wrist. And the punishment that you give is you kick them out, but you refund them their money and tell them, we don't want to see you guys. You guys are not allowed back here tomorrow. What the heck kind of punishment is that? Yankees, New York, homie. Look, I went to New York earlier this year. I went there. I went to all three games, Dodgers, Yankees there. I had a blast. Shout outs to New York. Shout outs to the Bronx, man. Enjoyed myself out there. I plan on going back out there, but I'm just going to be real. You guys flopped, homes. You guys flopped on the biggest stage that you can be. You guys flopped, homie. Wow, dog. I am just so like taken back, like, damn. And the way you guys lost the lead in game five was, I was worried. And if you're a Dodger fan and you're saying that you weren't worried, homie, you're lying. You're lying. Because in game four, they lit up the scoreboard. But all Dodger fans, we all told ourselves, yeah, but that was a bullpen game. Dave Roberts wasn't even trying. He put in there the worst arms, right? So we can go ahead and reset. But once you saw Jack Flaherty in game five, once you saw he didn't have his stuff, once you saw they started pounding away on Jack Flaherty and Dave Roberts had to get him out, do not tell me that you weren't like, oh, snap. And when you see Aaron Judge tattoo a ball over the wall, you're like, damn it, this fool woke up. Damn. We needed this fool to stay asleep. That scared the heck out of me. I was like, that's it. Because this guy had like a Hall of Fame season. And I'm like, damn. And by the way, it's not like Otani was really doing that. Otani was being productive, but Otani was not being Otani. He wasn't being Showtime Otani in this series. Plus, he got hurt. So yeah. I started getting scared. I'm like, damn, they're gonna win this game, man. They're gonna win it pretty big here. Go back. Oh man, you know what? Let's take it back to LA so we can win at home. Not Chale, homie. The heck you talking about? Slit their throats. What are you doing? You don't want to give them fools momentum? Sweep the leg, no mercy. But then, I don't know. Like the stage just got too big for them, for the Yankees. This is the Yankees. This is New York. Like the stage got too big for them. They were all these errors were just ridiculous to me. I was cheering for the Dodgers. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and everything. At the same time, I would slap my forehead with my other hand, like, damn, that was a stupid move by them. Like, what the heck? And like I said, instead of you guys making history, which you guys had a big chance to do, enforcing a game six, lo and behold, you guys allowed to make to you guys allowed my beloved Dodgers to make history, being down by 5 runs and coming back and winning a World Series game, which has never been done in history. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let me see what you guys are saying, man. Spence, I know I had some questions out here. I want to go back to okay. I would say this Cortoa Cafe. I think the Dodgers are going to remain a good team. Okay, baseball is hard, man. Baseball is different. Basketball, you got one great player, you make it into the, yeah, into the playoffs. and even more than half the league makes it into the playoffs. You got two great players, you have a really good shot. Baseball is a lot different, but I would say, like in the next 5 years, I think the Dodgers probably have a good chance of winning two, or at least getting there. I do think they could build a little bit of a dynasty here, man. They got some time, man. What's up, Gordo? How you doing, homie? Shouts to AZ. Juan Soto, man, I'll be real. The dude is definitely a beast at the plate. You know what though? He just does not strike me as a lock. He kind of strikes me as a locker room cancer. I go back to the days of Manny Ramirez, the whole Manny Wood and everything. The dude was just he just wasn't a good dude to have around. Was he a beast? Yeah, but do you really want him in the culture and they're back there with the boys? Juan Soto kind of strikes me as that person. I'm not saying he is. I don't know the guy personally. Uh, if they get him, okay, cool. I just the locker room seems like it's such a fun place for the boys right now. You add that guy in there, it might change the culture in there, man. He just does not seem like a super duper team player. He seems a little bit more like, hey, it's all about me, homie. And I don't like his attitude, man. However, the Mets are interested in him too, and I don't want him to go to the Mets because the Mets are, they're pretty damn good. They were hell. They were in the NLCS. Fat Joe cursed those vatos. Yeah, he did, man. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Dodger champions. What's up, buddy? Familia? I'm still in Dodger heaven, my brother. So am I, brother. So am I, man. So am I. Heck, I went to Dodger heaven, man. Let me see. I've never seen a team fall apart that bad. I never have either. In one inning, they fell. It was, wow, man. It was incredible to see. I appreciate that, Artie. Let's see. I'm trying to speed up and get. Yeah, those fools, dog. That's Yankees. That's what you do. These fools are over here assaulting a ball player. You kick them out, refund them their money, and say you're not allowed back tomorrow. Get that, man. They could have heard us. Yeah, yeah. What if you injure a player? Like, come on, man. You got to set an example. Use these two dudes, and I'd be saying the exact same thing if it were a Dodger fan doing it to a Yankee. I'd say the exact same thing. Believe me or don't believe me, I'd say the same thing. Dude, kick these fools out. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've seen fans throw things at players. That I have seen, but I've never seen anything like that. Let me see here. We had way too much firepower. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like they didn't have any firepower. Their bats just weren't lit up. I mean, Aaron Judge was asleep the entire time. The only ones that were really coming through for most of the series was Soto and Giancarlo Stanton. But Giancarlo Stanton can't run. The guy cannot invest in a treadmill so he could learn how to run. The guy doesn't know how to run. And Jazzy, he stepped up. He stepped it up for a minute or two. Dodgers handled it like Frank Dukes in Bloodsport. Yeah, they did, man. Yeah, they did. How you doing, Lulu? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Riding the blue wave. Yes, yes. Dodgers swept the Yankees' legs. Yes, they did. No mercy. I agree. Juan Soto is not a Dodger, period. I don't like his attitude. Like I said, the dude can ball. The dude is a ball player, Holmes. You know what I mean? He's badass. I don't want to put that energy in the locker room though. It can kill you. You can start having other ball players say, like, you know what, I don't want to be here with this fool, man. So but at the same time, what do you do? You let him go to the Mets? Like, that's a NL rival. By the way, Yankees, by the way, New York, not to rub it in, but the Dodgers took out everything New York has. The Mets and the Yankees. Yankees, this was your time to shine, man. That's what I'm saying. Yankees, this was your time to say, you know what? You maybe beat our little brothers across the town, but now you're dealing with the big dogs. You know what I mean? Now you're dealing with the Yankees. Now you're dealing with the real players here. And in reality, the Dodgers struggled more with the Mets than they did with the Yankees. And I cannot get over Giancarlo Stanton not knowing how to run. The dude does not know how to run. I don't even know. I don't think he even knows how to jog. What's up, Bob? Game foul was wild. That's what I'm saying. That was history. That's never been done. It's never been done. A team has never gone down by 5 runs and ever came back to win a World Series game. Ever. The Yankees, had they won that game, which they were on the verge of winning that game, they would have made history because no team has been down in a series 3-0 to force a game 6. Uh, what's up, Andrew? Bueller came back to silence the haters. Yeah, man. Yes. Yes, I believe he got the game ball from Will Smith. Yeah, that was good to see, man. Walker Bueller on what, 1 day rest? Locker room chemistry is real. It is real, man. And if you add Juan Soto in there, I don't know. He strikes me as a punk ass dude, dog. I mean, he backs it up. He backs it up. But that can only work like in a single sport. You know what I mean? Or like boxing or MMA or something like that, golf or bowling or something. But dog, you're gonna go and you're gonna mess it up. With all the boys back there. I just the Dodgers re-signed Fiasco. Uh, Look, obviously, man, I would love them to. The Oscar, I like the Oscar. He's a great addition, especially to have in the bottom of your lineup. I hope he. It all depends what these guys are looking for, right? If he's just looking for more money, you could go find more money somewhere else, and you're not going to be in the middle to the bottom of the lineup. You're going to be their You're going to be one of their main hitters. But then again, homie, you're going to be on a sorry ass team. So what do you want? Is it just money? Or do you want to have a chance to be part of a dynasty, man? Try and Bueller. Look, I would say this: forget about Jack Flaherty, let him go, and let's focus on Walker Bueller. Get Bueller back. Kike, I'm gonna be honest, man. Pay Kike whatever the heck he wants. Kike Hernandez is one of the best utility players you'll ever find ever. But not only that, he makes the locker room fun. He makes the team into brotherhood. The years ago when he was doing the banana thing, the I don't give an F, the Kike Hernandez, it just seems like he makes baseball fun for everybody, for all the players, for all the boys, man. And Juan Soto strikes me. Well, I know Manny Ramirez was the complete opposite, but Juan Soto strikes me as like a little bit of the opposite of that. That's why I don't really want him. Even though who's better at the plate, Juan Soto or Kike? Juan. But give me a Kike instead, where Kike can bring the best out of the rest of the boys. Let's see. Dodgers had RLP. Yeah, man. Shoot, at the freaking Ice Cube came back out to perform again. Stanton square wheels, dog. Yeah, man. He has like square, rectangle, triangle wheels, whatever they are. They're not round. Even if he doesn't even have oval wheels, which will still get him rolling. Stanton has No wheels. Damn, I can't believe, dog. I don't think I've ever seen an athlete that can't run like him, dog. I was like, dog, this dude is what the heck, man? We seen him trying to round third. I'm like, damn, dog, and you're a professional baseball player? Sam runs like my wife asked me to grab her purse at the mall from outside the store. He embodies the spirit of Dodgers team and sport. Yes, Kike Hernandez, he may not be the best player that you got on your squad, but he is the best for other reasons. One is utility player. You're not gonna find somebody as great as him, man. You put him anywhere, he's probably not great at that position, but he's good at all the positions that you put him on. Okay, you're gonna find better players than him in those positions, but you're not gonna find a player that's that good in all of those positions. If you guys get what I'm saying, okay. And not only that, man, he brings the boys together. You know what I mean? It's like I can't see there being beef in the locker room when Kike is around. Like Kike brings the peace, he brings the brotherhood, he brings the hey man, it's just slap hands, man. Let's have a good time. We get to play baseball for a living. We're living our dream, man. He reminds everybody. He reminds all those dudes, man. Don't you guys get it? Don't you get it? Like if you're having a bad time, it just seems like Kike reminds them, like, hey, don't you want those get it homes? We play baseball for a living. Like we're living our dream. We're getting paid an incredible amount of money to go out there and play baseball for a living. That's what Kike reminds me of. Like, guys, don't you remember when we were kids, man? Just dreaming to being here in the show. Look at us. We're in the show. Let's go out and play some ball, man. And make a ridiculous amount of money doing it. Juan Soto, I don't like his attitude. The Dodgers dance like children. Leadership, can't teach that in school. No, you can't. So you could bring a great ball player, but he could be a cancer. So I don't really want Juan Soto. At the same time, if the Dodgers do not get him, maybe he goes to the Mets, and that could be a problem in the National League. So, you know, ultimately, do I want him? Really? Honestly, no, I don't. If I had a choice, I I I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I just think it's you got a great group of guys. You don't want to bring a guy in there that's really gonna mess up the atmosphere, with boys right now, man. So, it was so great seeing Clayton Kershaw give a speech and how he said he didn't really have anything to do with it, but he was living in the moment. I love Clayton Kershaw, man. Clayton Kershaw will go down as one of the greatest pitchers of all time in the regular season. But nonetheless, man, I love the guy. Okay, let me see. You think the Dodgers should bring out the checkbook for Teoscar Hernandez next season? Ah, man, I like Tio, man. If it was a perfect world, you kind of want to keep everybody. You know, I mean, somebody like Jack Flaherty, I don't really mind if they let him go. We're getting a lot of the arms back next season. Tyler Glass now. Look at May, all the dudes that went down. We had a three-man pitching roster. So somebody like Jack, if you want to let him go. That's fine. I'd rather look at keeping Walker Bueller. But if you're talking about Teoscar Hernandez, he was very emotional. You can only offer him so much. I wouldn't. You got to invest in your farm system. I would like for him to stay. I really would. I would like for him to stay. That's what I'm saying, man. It really depends what he wants. Does he just want more money? I mean, heck, he's making a lot of money regardless, right? But does he just want more money so he could go to a team where he's gonna be the big star of that team, but that team's only gonna be winning, freaking 60 games, 70 games during the regular season? Like, or do you want to be on a team, man, that has a chance to go all the way? So, should they bring out the checkbook? They can only go so far, man. They shouldn't break the bank for him. No. Cholo, you think can go back to back? I think they got a good chance. I think they got a good chance. The reason why this was history and all that stuff was because it was Dodgers and Yankees, right? If it was Dodgers versus the Guardians, who was in the ALCS against the Yankees, it wouldn't have been that big. It would have been big to Dodger fans, sure, absolutely. But on a global stage, the reason why this was a huge deal is because it was Dodgers Yankees. That's why. And not only that, it was the number one seed versus the number one seed. It was the best versus the best. It had the biggest stars on both sides. It had more MVPs in World Series history going into it. That's why this was so huge. It wasn't just the fact that the Dodgers were in it. Yeah, for Dodger fans, it's like, heck yeah, that's right, man. We're in it. Yeah, sure, good. That's great. But on the global stage, man, it was so huge because of the teams, because of the markets, because it was LA versus New York. It was Dodgers versus Yankees. It was the biggest stars in baseball on these two teams, the most MVPs together, the number one teams of the respective leagues going at it, West Coast, East Coast. That's why it was so huge. And New York dropped the ball. Man, did they flop, Holmes. I'm not just talking about because they lost. I'm talking about everything that went on. Like it, good gosh, man. Okay, finally, what are your feelings on Dave Roberts? Does he have a job for the rest of his career? Depending on how long he wants to do it, I'm not really sure how old he is. He's not that old. Some managers get really up there in age. He doesn't seem that old. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's like in his early 50s or something. Um, Obviously he stays. Um, I don't see a need for and I've been pretty critical of the guy. I really have, but I gotta give the dude his flowers, man. The way he managed the team with only three starters, all the arms, all the pitching arms that just went down this year, and for him to go in the playoffs, in October and have three starters, three starting pitchers is, to manage that and how he managed the bullpen and, to basically give up game four, but then game five to hit him with it like, hey man, we're this it's ending here. And then, taking a risk, man, bringing in Walker Bueller to finish it. you know, I got to give the guys flowers, man. I think, and by the way, he had said it. He had said it. Well, I heard it on the news that he had told them that he knew his his job was on the line, right? But now he's out there partying, dancing next to Ice Cube. I can make the ass drop, right? So, hey, man, I'm happy for him. I'm I did become a fan of his more. I didn't hate Dave Roberts, okay? I didn't think he was the worst. I didn't think he was the best either. But in this series, I'm like, hey man, this dude knows what he's doing. So for the rest of his career, uh, I mean, if he really starts fouling up, like really fouling up, I could see them getting rid of him. They better not go back to back, says Jose Sanchez. That's right. You're a Yankee fan, huh? a formal complaint if they do. I tell you this though, man, the Yankees got to clean it up. They do, man. Yankees got to clean it up. This was their chance to show, man, and they flop. Let me see. So a great show. No foul language. Keep it good. I appreciate that, Michael. 52 years young. All right. Yeah, he's still a young dude. He's still a young dude. You got some baseball managers that you know what I mean? They're still managing baseball 3 years after they passed away. So yeah, yeah, No, an Angels fan. Ah, got you. An Angels fan. Oh, yeah. So I could definitely understand your frustration, man, because the Angels really don't get too much love, man, and exposure. Well, I mean, you know what? Just like in New York, the Mets, are way under the Yankees as well. So that's why I was saying, it had to be. It wasn't just that it was West Coast, East Coast, Los Angeles, New York, but it had to be those two teams. It had to be Dodgers. It had to be Yankees. Had it been the Mets representing the National League and the Angels representing the American League, it wouldn't have been that big on a global stage. It wouldn't. To those fan bases, it would have been huge, of course. But globally, it wouldn't have been that big. That's why this was the biggest uh, World Series of all time, and I lived every single moment of it, man. I lived every single moment of it. Is Yamamoto worth the hype? I think he is. I think he can have a few bad moments, definitely. I think he can. Okay. But when that dude is on, that dude is on, man. By the way, give it up to Showtime, Shohei Otani, and Yamamoto speaking English. They spoke a little English, Holmes. Not much, not much, but they gave a little English at Dodger Stadium, man. Shout outs to those boys, man. I think Yamamoto, yes, like I said, he has a couple of foul moments, man. And when he gets lit up, he gets lit up. Okay, but those are far and few in between. I think he's a great pitcher, man. I think when he turns it on, he turns it on, and he is lights out, man. Yes, so I do like Yamamoto. We will see as soon as Moreno seals the team. He's the reason why we suck. Oh man, you know what? There was what's the name of it? I don't know if he still has a radio show. Roger Lodge, I think it is. Is it Roger Lodge, the home of the Angels? I forget the station. Oh man, he used to praise Artie Moreno, man. He used to say, what was he saying? The home that Artie built, the big A or something like that, man. What's up, drunken chef? What's going good, homie? By the way, Drunken Chef right here got a new seasoning to put on your sopas, your meats, your fruit, whatever it may be. Uh, he's bringing it out. Tashunka, how you doing, brother? Sanho Lifer, Kiwale. All right. So anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about it. Dispensa, like I said in the beginning, I wanted to plan it, but looking at my schedule, I'm not really gonna have a chance to go live in the next few days. I'm not completely done talking about this quite yet. Again, I know you know what? Let me go ahead and say this. What's up, Crusted? Let me go ahead and say this, man. Gracias to everybody who has, you know, stayed with me on this channel during this time. I don't cover baseball on this channel. Okay. Everybody knows I'm a big Dodger fan. All right. I never hide that. But this isn't a baseball channel. I've thought about my son and I maybe starting a baseball channel or something, but he already has a football channel. I got four other channels, and it's like, man, there's times that I do want to talk some baseball. Um, it's just I don't want to start something and not be able to really keep going. I neglected. Nothing else mattered, Holmes. Nothing during this World Series. Nothing else mattered. I kind of stayed off of my other channels. To everything. Nothing. It consumed my entire life. It consumed my entire life. I would go to work all day at work. All day at work, I would just be listening to different YouTube channels that were just talking about the World Series. Yankee channels, New York channels, LA channels, Dodger channels, everything all day long. Rush home or to the hotel room, wherever I needed to be. Boom, immediately just start watching. It consumed my entire life. I dreamed about it. Every time I would eat, I'd just be thinking about it. And no matter what I was doing, that's all I was thinking. Oh man, dog. I got some important things to do and I got to get to them. So I just want to say gracias to everybody. This isn't the regular content I drop, which is just nothing but baseball. I had a good time doing it though. I got two more videos to drop about this. One is actually about Kirk Gibson and Freddie Freeman, right? They both have historic moments in the World Series. Both of them on game one, too. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make a video just to wrap it all up on what it meant to me and everything of that nature. And then there, you know what? It would be all this would just be a thing of the past. It'll be in the rearview mirror, and I'll drop. I did. I will still. I never stop dropping the pearls of wisdom that I drop every Monday. I still drop those, and I still dropped a scary trucker story. Okay, I'm gonna stop dropping those for a minute. I drop those every Tuesday in the month of October just because it's Halloween, and the World Series made me forget about Halloween. I didn't even know it was Halloween. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's Halloween. But tomorrow, I'll probably go live just for the event that I'm gonna be at. I'm gonna be at the Dia de los Muertos, Carrera de los Muertos. I gotta do a little 5K run, so I gotta get some rest here. I gotta get up and go for a run. Do something that Giancarlo Stanton needs to do. But gracias, man, for everybody staying on the channel. Maybe you guys are baseball fans, maybe you're not, maybe you're Dodger fans, maybe you hate the Dodgers, whatever it may be. Just gracias for being here, man, and living this moment with me. It meant so damn much to me. It really, really did. So I see you guys in the chats, but I'm gonna call it a night. Gracias for everybody tapping in here tonight. Everybody who's watching this in the archives. You guys be good. Have a good one. Dodger blue on mine all the way. We did it. Biggest World Series of all time. Badass, man. Badass. Loved it. So, all right. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys be good. All right, pues.